This is a very important night in the year for the University of Limerick because it's the night when we recognise the achievements of our alumni. And in very many ways the reputation of a university is created by its alumni and what they do when they go out into the world after they leave UL. And tonight we're recognising 4 truly great achievers, and I'm looking forward to presenting them with their awards here tonight.
Thank you all for joining us here at the Strand Hotel to share in this prestigious occasion, our 11th Annual Alumni Awards celebration. Of course, the real purpose of our coming together tonight is to recognise and celebrate the excellence and achievements among the university's more than 84,000 graduates worldwide. And this evening, we'd like to honour the contribution and individual achievements of 4 of our outstanding alumni. Over the past 10 years, just 32 of our alumni have received a coveted UL Alumni Award. And in continuing to celebrate their positive contributions that some of our most accomplished graduates make in their chosen careers and life paths, this evening we'll bestow on a further 4 graduates UL Alumni's highest honour.
Juliet said we first launched this Alumni Awards programme in 2006. At UL Alumni we were seeking a way to celebrate the individual outstanding achievements of members of our graduate community. This evening, Tom, Patsy, Jimmy and Mark, you join a distinguished number of just 32 fellow UL graduates who have been previously honoured through these awards. And I'm delighted tonight to be joined by some of those previous award recipients, including Dave Mahidi, Fiona O'Driscoll, Michael Fernstrom, Patrick Cassidy all the way from his home in Los Angeles, and Mary Early, representing her husband, the late Lieutenant General Dermot Early.
Recipient of the UL Alumni Award for Personal Achievement, Mr. Jimmy Deanahan.
Well, I'm getting a Special Achievement Award. I was one of the first students on the site out there. I went to the National College of Physical Education, and you had the National Institute of Higher Education, NIHE, as well. Both of them started about the same time, and it's quite extraordinary the way it is growing, and that's because of people like Ed Welsh and Don Barry and many others, but it has been an extraordinary achievement, and I must say I'm very proud to be associated with it because I travelled around the world, and obviously you meet people that went to UL or formerly to the NIHE or maybe in some cases to the PE College and then Thomond College, and they're all very, very proud of that connection with UL and with Limerick as well.
Now, our second award recipient has travelled a little bit further than Kerry, all the way from Ghana in West Africa, in fact, quite a few miles clocked up there. Through the kindness of an Irish benefactor, he left his home behind to pursue his education as a mature student at the University of Limerick, from where he graduated with a bachelor's degree, followed by a master's degree, followed by a doctorate in public administration. Today he maintains very close ties with UL as the university's representative in Ghana. And since 2003 he's played a pivotal role in bringing more than 80 students to Ghana, for which the university won a National Employability Award in recognition of this African co-op education programme. He's worked as an assistant hospital administrator, as a management consultant helping a variety of local organisations, and as the project manager for the redevelopment of a leprosy survivors village. And he's dedicated to promoting good governance and self-belief among local communities. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to his home from home, the 2016 recipient of the UL Alumni Award for his contribution to society, Dr. Mark Manty. How did your studies and the work you did at UL then inform your working life back home in Ghana?
I think one of the things I felt very well going back to Ghana is that UL provided me the opportunity of being confident. There's a couple of times I had the opportunity to do the editorials and focusing on Africa and all the things that is happening with African politics, I sooner realized that I have something to offer. So that was one thing. I think UL provided me the opportunity to be able to believe in myself and therefore able to say, Mark, you're going to have to do this presentation today. I said, oh my God, presentation. And these are things that I look back at and something that really gave me the confidence and went back to Ghana and said, yes, I can do this.
Our final award recipients this evening are receiving the first ever joint UL Alumni Award. One hails from County Laois while the other is from down the road in Askeaton in County Limerick. Working together for IVAX Pharmaceuticals over a decade ago, they came to UL together to undertake the MBA programme, graduating in 2005. During that time, they identified a specific niche in the pharmaceutical industry, focusing on the development of highly potent pharmaceutical products. They also took their business idea to San Diego, where they represented UL at an international business plans competition, making it to the final 6 and the only European entry at that stage of the competition. Their business plan led to the creation of Airgen Pharma in Waterford, a company which now exports products to over 45 countries worldwide. In May 2015, Airgen was acquired by Opco Health Incorporated, a Miami, Florida-based pharmaceutical company, for $135 million, with both of our award recipients remaining on as CEO and Chief Technical Officer. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our 2016 recipients of the UL Alumni Award for contribution to business, Mr. Tom Brennan and Mr. Patsy Carney. The pair of you are no stranger to awards. I mean, Airgen's been nominated for and won so many, including the Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year Awards. Now you have a UL Alumni Award. Each have your own one. What does it mean to you both to be acknowledged by your alma mater like this, together?
It's fantastic. It's a huge honour for us both and for our families to get this award. It really is. We were just chatting about it actually quite a bit over the last week. And you know, we've looked at the list of, you know, the other, you know, 30 odd alumni, and it's a serious club to be part of.
Patsy, I understand your wife Philippa is a Thomond College graduate, and your son Lachlan recently followed in your own footsteps, graduating from UL with a bachelor's in industrial chemistry. What was it like for you and Philippa being back here for his graduation? Did it feel strange? Did it bring back lots of nice memories? Were you tempted to go get a cheeky pint in the hurlers or stables?
Well, I mean, again, same reaction as Jimmy was saying and you were saying when you go back out to the college, and it's totally transformed and it's completely different to what it was back in my day. But one of the things for me was a photograph that was taken my graduation back in '85 in the quadrangle by the White House against the tree, and they're still hanging at home with me mammy. And to have your man put them over beside the tree and said, right, we'll take the same photograph a good few years later, 71 years later. So, but it was amazing for the pair of us to come back. Now, in fact, we were mortal enemies when we were. It was NIHE and Thomond. No one's going to mention it. We're all mad about each other now. We'll be learning so mad about each other like that. So it was a very different campus, because it was really two different campuses at the time. So. But it was lovely to come back and to meet faculty that are still there.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Tony Pembroke was here in the audience. He lectured me when I was an undergrad, and there he was again when we arrived in August this year. So it's great, and to see the new generations coming along, it was a special event. It was lovely.
Thanks very much to our headline sponsor this evening, Bank of Ireland. There they are. And to our event partners, who are Analog Devices, Core HR, GE Capital Aviation Services, Ronan Daly German Solicitors, and Stryker Ireland for their generous and much appreciated and much needed support. The fun part of the evening is just about to begin, and there'll all be a little bit of this. I'll be very upset if I don't see a lot of this, in fact.